family. Welcome to our day 17. So, on this day 17, I want us to talk about something, right? You know that moment when I asked, do you believe in miracle, right? So, I want to share this testimony. So, I talked about the decision I took on 2024, right? That I had to stop my job, right? And relocated to a new city. Yes. And at that point, that was the point I became depressed, right? And I was going through a lot of things. When you are used to paying your bills, doing everything for yourself, right? And you are not coming to that state where if someone doesn't send money to you, you don't really have anything for yourself, right? That was the situation that I was in. And at a particular month, I was out of foodstuffs and everything. It was just down. And I was just lying down. I was just thinking about everything, right? I was just thinking about the whole thing that was going on. And God just told me, like, let me not use that word God just told me, right? My mind, but it's still God, right? My mind just told me, Florence, stand up, write a list of what you want, right? And I stood up and I started writing a list of what I wanted. As of that time, I didn't even have the money. I didn't even know where the money could come from, right? But I was told, God told me, my mind told me to write down the list, which I did. God. So what happened was, then at the night, because a lot of my friends didn't know that I've relocated. So I just sent a message to a friend of mine, and I just told him that, you know, that decision I told you about I wanted to take, I've started it and I'm no longer working. I was like, are you serious? And I said yes. And he now said I should send my account number. He sent me money. And the money, just guess what? The money he sent for me was the amount in the list that I wrote, right? It was just like, it took me out of a whole lot of things, right? And it brought me to that realization that God is good, right? God is good. If you don't have anything to thank him of, thank him for your life. Thank him for a lot of things that you don't even know, right? Thank him for the miracles that he has saved you from. And the thing about it is, both a yes from God and a no from God, they are miracles, right? We may not really see them, but they are actually miracles, right? It got me to that point that my trust in God, my faith in God, it's deepened. Yes, I've been a big believer of God, right? But at this moment, it got to a very higher level, right? So I'm here to encourage someone. Just like we discussed yesterday, don't lose your faith in God, right? Don't lose your hope in God. It doesn't matter what you are going through, right? It doesn't matter that situation. I can tell you that there is nothing God cannot do. Just try him, right? Just put your faith in him. Just trust him as much as you can. And he's still in that business of doing miracles. If I start sharing my miracles, if I start sharing my testimonies, a day will not be enough. But I just want to remind you, I just want to tell you again that God is good. He's still in that business of doing miracles, right? So that will be all for today.